They didn't even wait for the lawyer to speak. She will get nothing. Dad hated her. That's what my sister Karen said the moment I stepped into the room. No greeting, no eye contact, just that sharp, cutting sentence, loud enough for everyone to hear, like she wanted it to echo. I felt the words land in my chest like a punch. My grip on my son Eli's hand tightened. His small fingers curled back around mine, warm and trembling. I forced a smile down at him, thin and shaky, but he knew. He always knew. I hadn't even taken a seat yet, but the message was clear. I wasn't welcome. I wasn't family. I was just a loose end they were here to snip clean. Karen sat at the head of the table, perfectly poised in a gray pantsuit, her dark hair scraped into that tight bun she always wore when she wanted to feel superior. Her lipstick was sharp red, classic Karen, war paint for a battle I didn't know I'd walked into. Then came the voice I dreaded even more. My Uncle Rick, Dad's older brother, let out a dry laugh. He leaned back in his chair, fingers laced behind his head, that smug smirk of his spreading like oil across his face. Even her kid knows she's worthless, Rick muttered, nodding toward Eli like he wasn't even human. Eli lowered his eyes to the floor. My heart cracked a little deeper. Around the room, a few heads nodded. My cousins, old neighbors, family, friends I hadn't seen in years. People who'd long since picked sides, and I wasn't on theirs. I swallowed hard. My throat felt like sandpaper. The air was stale with the smell of dust, leather chairs, and whatever overly sweet perfume Karen had bathed in. I could feel my pulse in my ears, loud, hot, humiliating. I led Eli to the farthest chair at the end of the long mahogany table, away from the pack. The chair creaked when I sat. Eli climbed up beside me, his legs swinging above the floor, his hands folded in his lap like he was trying to disappear. Karen turned her head slowly toward me, and when our eyes met, she smiled. But there was no warmth in it, just pity soaked in poison. "You know this is pointless, right?" my sister Karen said, voice smooth and cold. "Dad rewrote the will, cut you out completely, said you were dead to him." I didn't respond. I couldn't. My tongue sat heavy in my mouth, useless. I just nodded slightly, like I understood. But inside, why did I even come? I thought maybe there'd be something. A note, a line, a sign he remembered me. Something to make it all make sense. Instead, I was back in the one place I promised myself I'd never return to, surrounded by people who made it clear they had already buried me, long before they buried him. And just as I was about to stand, to leave before they started carving up the estate like vultures. The door creaked open. Mr. Connors, my father's lawyer, entered the